Hey.
How y'all doing?
Y'all can just call me Captain Scuba or Pilot Scuba or
Fly boy.
one who crash lands a lot. I don't know which one.
You didn't technically crash land.
I definitely did not have the best landing possible. I think I was overthinking it. Every time land, I think I was doing maybe a little bit too hard of a
You
flare.
folded like a cheap lawn chair.
Well, yeah, I the first one
Mhm.
the first one was weird. I couldn't explain it. I ballooned on the first one. I definitely felt myself go back up. The second one,
Mhm.
I came in and leveled out, but I still slid somehow instead of getting on my feet. I should have flared a little more or not as fast, and I would have came up enough to
Because
get on my
you
feet.
didn't let your foot slide on the ground. You were worried about
I didn't want the motor to hit the ground.
You
Yeah.
worried about jarring your foot or jarring your leg, so you stopped.
Well,
And
the grass was wet. I know it doesn't look
yeah,
like it on the video. I'm sure a lot of you guys saw the 360 video. The grass was kind of wet, so when I came into land and I flared, my front foot just slid across the
because
grass. You know
that's
how?
kind of what you want to happen, but I suppose not when you're not expecting it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like dew on the grass. It was already, the sun was going down and it's starting to get dew on the grass. So I slid in
Hello.
quick. So when I hit the brakes, I just I slid. But
Oh, hello, Boots.
hey, King Cobra, Frankenmizer, Harry, Dolores, Dire Thing, Creed, DeMillan, Timekeeper, Cloud Chucker, Sue, Dolores, Breeze. Yeah,
DeMillan.
I got to tell you, I, I, I can't explain
Right, Frankenminder?
how exciting it was to 1 minute you're running and the next minute you're in the air. It's just, you can't describe it. I don't know how else to. I mean, you literally feel like Superman because you're running, right, and then next thing
Super
you know,
Scuba.
you're in the air, and it's like, wow. And it's so relaxing and calming up there. And the headphones that I had on with the helmet, I couldn't hear jack. I could barely hear the motor. So it's really quiet up there. You can feel the motor, the vibration of it, and you can kind of hear it, but it's not loud by any means. So I don't know what it would sound like without headphones. Probably really loud. So it's a good idea to wear headphones while you're flying. I had to run a
The
long
motors
way. Yeah.
weren't actually that loud.
Well, the reason I had to run such a long way is the motor I chose to go up with, which is what he wanted to give me anyway. And the motor I was flying was an Atom 80, which is a 80cc motor, which is technically only rated for people up to 160 pounds. I'm obviously a lot heavier than that. I'm right around 240, well, 235 to 240 right now. So
Depends if it was before or after you ate that thing.
yeah, that thing burger, that thing. So that motor, it'll still get you in the air, but it takes a lot longer to lift off. That's why it took me so long to take off. That's why it was hard for me, especially the first time when I got scooped up and ended up flying like 30 feet right into the ground because I just didn't give it enough time to lift my heavy butt in the air. That's what it was. If I get a stronger motor, the thing will pull me up like in 20 feet maybe. I'll be right up in the air, especially with wind. If you don't have any wind, you're going to have a little bit more trouble. But training was awesome. Kyle's a great instructor. If you guys
Gizzard's pretty cool too.
are in the yeah, his little dog's cool, little gizzard. If you're in near Louisiana, if you're in Texas or something like
Or
that, I would go train
Arkansas.
with Kyle, no question. The man knows what he's talking about, and he's very calm and level-headed and doesn't yell at you or anything like that, which is another reason I wanted to go with him. He also doesn't try to put you in the air before you're ready. He's not gonna,
What I
just
like the most about him compared to other people that you watch and that you see, he's not a salesman. He's not trying to sell you any equipment. He's not trying to sell you anything. He's trying to teach you how to fly.
there
That's
you
it.
go.
That's it.
Well, and that's what you want. You want somebody to teach you, not only to teach you how to fly.
That's why there were several people that showed up while we were there to train with him that have already spent money with other people for training.
Yep. Hey, Mark. If I didn't already say it,
Mark.
I don't know. Yeah, there were people there from other schools that trained in different spots that didn't learn hardly anything. Will I go back, Dolores? I really want to go back. I hope that.
Yeah, we know where everything is now.
Yeah, we know. Yeah,
we know our way around that little corner of fucking nowhere pretty good.
I got to tell you guys, I've lived in Tennessee out in the sticks, which I would call the sticks because it only had one red light, one high school, one gas station. That was it. Well, it was a gas station / supermarket. It was kind of both. And now that's a huge town because that's where they built the Saturn plant. So now it's looks like a freaking Las Vegas there. But when I was there, I thought, oh, this is the sticks here. Then I went to Spring Hill, Louisiana, and was like, oh my God. We got the rental car, which yeah, I don't know how much I've explained some of this on the live, but yeah, they wanted to upgrade us. I didn't want to upgrade. They end up upgrading me for free. End up getting a 2022 Toyota Tacoma with 3,000 miles on it, so it's like a brand new truck, which was really nice, by the way. Drove it from the airport. As soon as we got off the expressway, the interstate, whatever you want to call it, we saw 2 cars. That's
this
it.
This is at 11 o'clock on a Friday night?
On a Friday night. Nobody anywhere. I'm like, where's all the people? This is Friday. Nope. Nobody. So, I mean, if you really want a place out from everybody, go down to Spring Hill, Louisiana.
There was a dude there that lives on an unnamed island off the coast of North Carolina that was like, there's fucking nothing out here. We are in the sticks.
Jamilin, it depends on which motor you're using. If you're using the 80cc, obviously you're not going to use as much gas as something like a Moster 185. It uses more gas. But considering that tank will hold 5 gallons of gas, that'll keep you up, if you wanted to stay up that long, probably about 4 hours, maybe a little less on the 185. Now, I know for a fact you can stay up that long on the Atom 80. Unless you're doing thermal flights, which I don't recommend anyway because that's very dangerous. That can get you killed, so I wouldn't do. That's for paragliding folks that have reserve chutes and stuff like that. We only flew
people
in...
with experience.
Yeah, we flew in good conditions to where I had hardly any air turbulence whatsoever. I mean, the only turbulence I got was my second. Well, I mean, I got some on my first flight, but my second flight, that long one that I did the 360 video, I ran into Kevin's wake of his paramotor. I flew kind of behind where he was, and when that wind hit my wing, it felt like somebody grabbed it with their hands and snatched it. I was like, whoa! But it wasn't like terrifyingly scary. It just felt like somebody grabbed me, you know. It's like, whoa, that was an invisible dude just grabbed my wing. But that was it. It popped back out normal. Everything was fine. It was really awesome to fly around. Incredible experience. Nothing I've done ever has been like that. It was just freaking awesome. And then, you know, Yeehee sent me some parts for the G-Class. They said they were sending another G-Class because the screen was messed up. And then they said, you know, we're going to send you a replacement frame for the SL class. Well, they did more than that. They sent not only replacement frames, they sent a whole nother SL class. So I got like all kinds of parts I got to show you guys. The new G class that I got now has the metal doors, and I got to tell you, I'm digging the metal doors, man.
Be right back.
I'm digging the metal doors. Okay, she'll be right back. Let's go to the build camp and I'll show you guys. So this is the new G class I just got. As you can see, the screen works perfect on this one. This has the metal doors on the side. So if you pop one of these off, this is metal here. This is not going anywhere. Really like this metal door on these things. The magnets are really strong on here. This thing clips in really nice and tight. Doesn't have any play in it whatsoever. The other one is right here. And you can see maybe a little difference in the this is more of a chrome going around, and this looks more like a gunmetal. But the door itself, oh man, this is like really lightweight plastic compared to this metal door. It ain't even close to the same. Well, this doesn't. I'm like trying to compare the weight. This doesn't have any batteries in it, so obviously this one's heavier. Yeah, Yeehee has gone above and beyond. I can't tell you how happy I am. This one I had, the new one I had a little trouble connecting to the Wi-Fi at the first time. Well, what I did is I went in and reset the network settings. Then I reset the device, and after that, it saw the Wi-Fi. Then I did the firmware update, which also has Wi-Fi improvements, and it's been working fine ever since. Not an issue one out of this. I think they changed some stuff on here also because, yeah, Munchkin will get the other one. Now you have battery voltage meters for each battery. I don't remember if it was on the other one or not. I'll have to check. And also a puff counter up here. I don't remember the puff counter being there at all, but I know that I think these are new that show each individual battery voltage. So that's pretty cool. Really, really dig the metal doors. I can't even tell you guys. This is really cool. I'm going to show you guys the SL class too. Hold on. First, let me show you the original SL class. This is the one I had before that had the broken, they got the broken piece right here. And you can see this black, which I was trying to explain to Munchkin that they were different, and she didn't know what I was talking about. I think that this is plastic here, this casing. The new one, let's just pull this. It's brand new in the box, I'm telling you. The new one. Now, I don't know. This may be plastic too. It doesn't have that design on there. This is just a solid black. So some people may dig the solid black more than that design. Well, other than that, I can't tell the difference between those two pieces. Why did my camera freeze? You gotta just hate that camera. Come on, thank you, camera. So, they did give me replacement parts, which we're going to work on here in just a second. Look at this. I got a new replacement. I got two of them actually, so I can put that on this broken one and fix it. So and look, they even gave me a screwdriver. Are you kidding me? He's all right, man. I thought I was going to use my screwdriver set, but if they give me one, you know, hey. Let's see if I can get this out of here without tearing everything up. There we go. So they did say to make sure that I put the screws in they look like they're all the same length to me, but she was saying to put the right screw in the right spot and all that good stuff. So we're going to just try it and see what happens. Look at that. This is a T4 for those in the want to know. T4. I'm going to make sure I look at these screws to see. Oh, look, that screw looks smaller. It does look smaller. So that's the top screw there. The middle screw, which is definitely longer. Can you see that? As soon as my camera fixes. Jeez, man, why does the camera do that? There we go. So you have the small screw, and then you have the bigger screw. You can see that there are different sizes there. So I know the small screw goes at the top. Let's see if this bottom one's the same size. I think it should be. Should be the same as this one. Yep. Look at that. That one's got a longer screw. So the left side is where I need to put the small screw. This side, the right side, has a long screw. So I don't know which screw was smaller in there. They all look the same inside here. Every one of them. I'm gonna keep that small screw and put it on the left side at the top when I replace the cover. Yep, those are both long screws. See if this one has a short screw. Nope, all those are long screws. So only one of them had a shorter screw. Take the battery cover off and change the tubes. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Take this broken piece off. Boom. How hard is it to take this cover off? I think this is glued on here, Dom Long. That cover is not just sliding off. I mean, besides these screws that may be holding it down in there, I guess I could check that. I don't want to peel. If it's glue, I don't want to peel it off. Make sure I keep these screws. Yep, these are shorty screws too. Okay, so it has 3M tape in here that you can peel and then use this cover. So I can switch this to the other one if I wanted to. That is an option. Let's take one of these new ones here. And this thing will be back to brand new. It would help if I didn't know this could go the wrong way. I put it on the wrong way. This goes this way. Like a glove. So left side at the top is this small screw right here. What's up, Graham? I got to fly with Bill Herman, or Bill H, as known in chat. Really cool, laid back dude. He was all happy that I got to fly. I mean, I don't think he was happy as I was, but he was excited that I got to fly. He's been flying for a while now. Bill is actually Kylo's first student ever, which is impressive. I think that's a testament to how good of a teacher Kyle is, that Bill's still flying now years later after Kyle, taught him how to. He's still flying. So that's pretty awesome. You know what? That's not right. I missed the hole. Scuba, you missed the hole, man. There we go. That looks much better. Much better. Well, thank you, Graham. Yeah, an experience like none other I've ever had. I got to tell you, really, really enjoyed flying. I hope to be able to do it on my own soon. It may happen someday. Either that or I'll go back down and fly some more with Kyle. I'm sure he'll let me. I do want to practice some more on my landings. I know if I get to try it 1 or 2 more times, I'll get it dialed in. You know, he said both times, you're flaring too fast. You're flaring too fast. You come at the ground so fast, especially my second landing, because there was no wind. So when there's no wind, you come in a lot faster. How much dollars for your own setup, Creed? The motor, or the actual paramotor, is between $6,000 to $8,000, and the wing, which they just had a price increase, so the wings are about $3,800 now. They're not cheap by any means. So, I mean, you'd pay that much for a car too, but you know, you're talking about being able to drive somewhere, which, yeah, that's great for work and all that, but being able to fly, you know, is pretty
One thing we
cool.
learned too is that when Scuba was looking at the maps, he was thinking of drone. The restrictions are a lot lighter for a paramotor than they are for a drone. So
Yeah.
he can fly a lot more freely than we thought he would be able to here.
Yeah, that was awesome news. I thought, you know, I got to go by all the drone. I'm so used to drone rules, flying under 400 feet, and it's not like that with a paramotor. You can pretty much go up to about 18,000 feet, which you won't be able to breathe. But yeah, there we go. Look at this, man. This is like brand new again. I like it. Thank you once again to Yee David. I'm pretty sure David had something to do with this over at Yee. Thank you very much. This has made this brand new again. I like it. I think I got all these tight. Yep, they're good. Look at that. All fancy. Now there's 2 of them sitting here.
One more.
I got to put the cover back on this thing. Get this lined up. Thanks, Dolores. Yeah, I was just getting to it. Scuba needs a microfiber cloth. Yeah, for real. This is harder than it looks. Trying to line this up, but get the screw lined up at the same time. There we go. Not so bad.
All right. I'm back again.
Boom. S6 Mini. Well, I guess you can tell which one's new. I mean, they're not that much difference, but that one is a little bit shinier. There's
We
no
need to
other.
order more VG.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we need to order more of. I mean, is it just me? This looks indented more than this one. They're the same, but they do look slightly different. Just slightly. That's really hard to see on camera. But when you're looking at them, this one looks deeper, like a deeper cut. Look at the top right here. That looks like a deeper cut. See what I'm saying? I'm just really nitpicking that right there. So they also sent some spare regular plastic battery doors. Let me see if I can open one of these. And they label them so they you won't screw up. Battery door right, and then left. Obviously, I got the left one right there. Wow, I like that. This is more of a gray, sparkly color on the inside. So this must be the gunmetal ones. Here's the left side. He went all out. And, you know, if I break another one of those on the SL class, I have one more spare. So I'm not going to lose that. I'm going to keep not only the screwdriver with it, but also the screws. That way I don't lose any of this. I'm probably going to actually try to put it in the SL class box, but I don't think it'll fit, honestly. I don't want to break that. That's the thing. It will if I cut some of the foam off down here, then I can get this to fit. So I may do that, but I'll do that later. That'll take me a while to sit there and cut all that foam out. Dolores loves her IPV. Yay! They're mods. Put batteries in them and they work. Yeah, the IPVs, I mean, hey, they work. What can you say? People that don't want to spend the money on the G class or the SR, you know, because it's not really all about the money with the G class. I don't think it's more about, do you need all those extra functions? So if you don't need all those functions, then you can get an SL class and you're good to go. I mean, an SL class is great, or you can get an IPV if you still want something that's dual battery, but has all them functions. You know, well, not all them functions, obviously, not like the G class, but it's got functions to it and temp control and stuff. Either way, you'd be in good shape. I wish I had more video of my flights and stuff. Are you muted or are you just not talking?
I was muted. I said it's not cloudy for me.
It's not cloudy. Oh, is the video cloudy for anyone else, or am I having a stroke? Cloudy.
Do you smell toast, John Q?
The whole stream is cloudy? Really?
It looks clear to me. I look blurry compared to his video on my computer, but
It looks fine on my screen. I don't know where the cloud.
y'all got too much VG on your screen.
It's not cloudy there. Okay, thanks, King Cobra.
In your monitor.
Long as somebody else is not getting the cloudy. I smell burned cat. Oh, thank all you guys for your messages of praise and just good luck, Scuba, and all that stuff. I really appreciate that, because I was definitely, I was nervous. I mean, I can't lie. I don't see why anybody wouldn't be nervous. Was I scared of height? You know, it's weird because I got a weird thing about heights. It's hard to explain, but somebody else that Munchkin and I were talking to has the same feeling I do about it. It's heights don't bother me if I'm in control, but like when somebody else flies an airplane, I don't like that because I'm not in control. I'm trusting that pilot with my life. You know, it's just weird. If I'm up high, it doesn't seem to bother me. If I watch somebody on YouTube that's balancing on one of them steel beams right way up in the sky, that really gets my hands sweating. It does. It really screws with me. But if it's me, well, hell, if it's me, I wouldn't be doing that. But yeah. Well, thank you, Cloud Chucker. I mean, obviously, I botched my landing. It was my second flight. It takes a little while to get dialed in on the landing because the landing takes a lot more effort than the takeoff. Hey, Jazzy.
Damn it. I said just one, John Q, and Kyle's probably already fixed it already.
I don't know if you got your stuff yesterday, Jazzy, because they told me you were supposed to be getting your stuff real soon. Mine just came yesterday, so hopefully you got yours. But Yeehee hooked me up, man. I'm freaking cloud 9 right now, dude.
Exactly, Cobra. It's not the fall that gets you. It's the
got
sudden
metal
stop.
doors on my G class. I'm good to go. Vape's great. Works great. You did great up. Yeah, I did great up. I did bad down. There you go, Jazzy. That's pretty much what it is.
Hey, your limbs are still attached.
3 of each. No, coming to you, Jazzy? No, you got. I don't even want to say what you got coming. You should know. I could tell you, but you'd be like, "What?" Where's my messenger at? Oh, you know? Okay, I'm just checking. Blah 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 blah. Because they give me a tracking number, and I said, "Hey, I haven't." Oh, okay, I see. Yep. It's a great Friday the 13th, Harry. I'm constantly thinking now. I'm already wanting to go. How many Yeehee devices do I own? Good question, Cloud Chucker. Does that count IPV devices? Because IPV devices have Yeehee chips in them. So that's a trick question. There's other devices that has Yeehee chips in them. So it does
5,
count them,
or maybe 6.
dude.
I
There's
got
no way I
Q
could count.
class, the M class, the G class, the T class,
Yeah,
the Squonker, and then those 2 down there. So 7 actually.
you have 7.
Mm-hmm.
I may have 7 on my desk.
Oh wait, no, the SL class. So that's 8. Forgot about that one.
Well, I got the
So
X
8.
class, the Squonker deal. That's 1. G class 2, another G class 3, 2 SL classes 4, 5. The IPV 200 6. Another IP, the little bitty gold Squonker deal, which should be, I may have put it, I put it under my thing. Dadgummit. Now, there's so many under there, there's no way. Okay, just say 6 or 7 there. Another G class up there, the gold version, that's 8. M class, L class, 9, 10. I also have top side that's got a Yeehee chip in it. 11, 12. I don't even know.
Hey, Red. It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, I enjoyed it. I nerded out on Kyle's weather talk. He's a really smart dude. So
Even this thing should count
I'm
because
a weather nerd.
this also has a Yeehee chip in it. Look at
What to
that.
say, it was like super
It's still got
exciting.
power. It's still got power.
Mm-hmm. I think I have one of those too around here somewhere.
See, it even says Yeehee ESS driver on there, right there. IPV Yeehee ESS driver. This was the it had a weird the V sticking. I don't know how I remember that stuff. Everybody else would be like, "Oh, I know what it's called. I know what it's called." I'd say I have probably ballpark estimate.
Yeah, it was
at
kind of
least
hot out there.
at
Jess.
least 30 Yeehee devices. I'm guessing.
I wasn't sitting next to the cottonmouth. I was rescuing the cottonmouth.
Oh, that snake. Oh my God. That snake was, you know what's so weird is I'm sitting there kiting my wing, right? This is going to trip y'all out. I'm kiting my wing. And Kyle's like, all right, I want you to build a wall, which what that means is he basically wants to bring my glider up.
No, Kyle moved the angry
and
dog.
Kind of a half moon, barely above the ground, maybe a foot above the ground. He wanted me to build a wall and make it hover there. So the first time I did it, it curved. He's like, oh no, pull your left brake. And I did that, but it was kind of crooked. He's like, no. So I did it one more time and it was perfect. Exactly level, 1 foot over the ground. He's like, dude, I ain't got nothing else to teach you. And he started walking away, and that's when the snake struck at him. He's like, holy crap. And I'm like, what? I dropped the wall down.
Sure, both
there,
feet left the ground, yeah.
And he was like, it's a snake. I'm like, there's no snakes out here. And I went and looked. I was like, holy crap, it is a snake. And it's a venomous snake. What do you know? Okay.
He's very mad.
Yeah, he was. That little snake was pissed. You didn't want to get close to it, which the
Except
video doesn't
we
show
were all
that.
very close to it, surrounding it, and he wasn't striking out or anything. He was just sitting there frozen
Y'all can
until
thank
Snake got his little grabbers.
y'all can thank Munchkin because Kyle
Yeah.
immediately went and got his gun out of his truck. He was about to blow that snake away.
All I said was, "Don't shoot
hurt
it." He
the
didn't.
snake. The snake
I
didn't
said
do
he
anything
didn't
to
do
you.
anything wrong, and Kyle said he tried to bite me. I said, "Would you try to step on his head?" So he went out there with his gun and then was like, "Well, damn, now I'm kind of feeling guilty." So he went and got his grabbers and picked him up and carried him off and tossed him off into the grass on the side of the airport where it's all swampy, where the snake should have been to begin with. But yeah. Yeah, there's swamp. Well, Kyle said that airport, the middle part used to flood a lot. And that when the grass was tall, there were snakes out there. So maybe that snake was just confused, like, where the fuck did all the water go? But no, he wasn't doing anything wrong. He was doing what snakes do. You know, you'd think you'd want snakes out there to keep the rodents away that will dig holes and burrow into your shit. You don't want somebody stepping into a hole when they land and break their ankle. But yeah, there's actually crawfish in there too. There's little tiny holes in the mud around the edge of the airport, and there was a dead crawfish that came.
Hey, when is Katie supposed to come back? You know her thing.
Later, she was going to her friend's house to pick up a kitten and bringing the kitten to Mitch, who doesn't have a vehicle.
Yeah,
and she had to go by mom's.
That
and
thing was
feed
done
the cats.
cooking a long time ago, and I just had to turn it back on. Luckily, it only dropped like 0.1 degrees, so I turned it back on so it can keep going. So it's fine, but she don't need to be gone hours and hours. You know, it's done.
Well, I was expecting her to be gone for a few hours. She had to go by mom's and feed the cats, and she was bringing Mitch's kitten.
The snake, yeah. It was still. I like flying at that airport. It's nice, wide open. You don't have to worry about anything. What was so cool about the last day of us being there is kind of that was an unexpected fly-in. When we got there, I had no idea there was going to be other people there. I was literally flying with like 8 other people. And I wasn't scared of running into anybody, which I thought I would be because, you know, there's no air traffic controller. So you are your own boss when you're up there. So you have to look around for other people. And if they're near you or coming towards you, you turn away. But everybody kind of stayed apart from each other, which was awesome. So it was.
Well, that one chick
awesome.
that was up there with you, apparently she doesn't like flying next to people. So she immediately got the fuck on.
Yeah,
But I mean, with her around, I guess they're used to, you know, staying away from people. But
you know,
it's pretty cool.
You do not have to have a pilot's license. No license is required, Red. It's one of the few things that you don't even have to have training, honestly, but I highly suggest against not doing that. You definitely want training.
Nope. Jason's not marked.
Yeah, there's no landing area mark,
which is the beauty of it. Nobody knows where you intended to land if you never tell them.
Well, the cool thing is the guys that take care of the property there, they cut the grass. Normally there would be high grass right there. They cut the grass for us, and he also cut. Y'all probably can't see it in the video. He cut a perfect circle in the middle, so we would have a target to land for, which worked out great for me. I was looking at the target and like, yeah, I'm gonna land. It's kind of weird because when you're coming into land, if the ground is going up above you, that means you're not going to land there where you're looking at. So you need more altitude. If the ground is way below you, you know you're going to overfly it. If it kind of stays at the same level as you're coming in, that's where you're going to land. So you can judge where you're going to land way before you get there, which is
as long as
awesome.
You don't look at your feet.
Yeah, you don't want to look at your feet. You don't want to look down. How are the new glasses? DeMillan, they've turned out to be a lot better than what I initially thought. When I first put them on, I absolutely hated them. I did.
Well, your prescription's different than what you're used to, so.
Well, yeah. Well, it's not just that. The only thing I haven't got used to, thank you, Mick. I appreciate it. I can't tell you, you watched the video.
Kinda, Howard, yeah.
I did slide, Howard. I mean, come on, dude. You
You
know,
can do that, Wally. They
if you-
have
if you
no,
could
I didn't
fly,
get any glasses. I won't be able to buy mine like he did his because I have very expensive frames that I'm not letting go to waste. So I'd have to have my lenses made and take them somewhere to have them fit to my frames.
number one killer of paramotors is actually water, John Q. Water, believe it or not. Most paramotor deaths are from drowning because did I say drowning? Oh my gosh.
You did. There is
drowning.
no extra D.
I don't know where I got the D from. Drowning.
I know. Extra emphasis.
The problem is if you are flying over water and you don't have any inflation devices, you hit that water and you can't get all the buckles off in time, not to mention you have a 50-pound motor on your back, which drags you deep down underwater and you drown. So that's the dangers of flying over water, which I wouldn't suggest. You should never fly. You can fly over like a beach and stay near the shore. You'll be fine because you can always land back on the beach. But these people that go cross the water over large distances, they're taking their life in their hands unless they have some kind of either reserve chute or actually flotation devices. They make them for your straps so that when you hit the water, poof, they puff up and that holds you above the water so you can get your motor off and stuff.
Oh, you heard that dude's cell phone getting sucked into the propeller? Do you know his phone was perfectly okay? They called his ass while he was up in the air and they're like, "What happened to your phone?" And he said, "What are you talking about?" He didn't even know. So I don't know if he had a Nokia or one hell of a case, but his phone was not damaged at all.
We're looking at a cat's tail.
Yeah, he wants to know where the mice are.
It's Puss in Boots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, that cat's tail's just like right there in front of your face.
Yeah, he's all up in the screen.
Well,
now. You cannot watch mice right now. I'm busy.
So, like I was saying earlier, I had an Atom 80 on my back, 80cc motor. For it to push up a 235-pound guy is asking a lot of that thing. So that's why it took off so slow, because that motor's not made to pull my kind of weight. It will, don't get me wrong, and you can still have a great time. The good thing about the Atom 80 is it has a really slow acceleration on it. It's made for lighter pilots, you know, between 90 pounds to 160, I think it is. Yeah, 90 to 160 pounds. So if you're in that weight class, Atom 80 is perfect for you. Anything over that, then you have to start looking at other motors. They got the Moster 185. They got a Nitro 200, a Nitro 280. They got 300 motors. So you start getting 300, though, they start getting way too heavy to carry on your back.
Nobody wants to see your butt. Get your butt.
280, I know you can put on your back. I think the Fresh Breeze is like a 300cc motor, but that thing looks like it would weigh a metric ton. I think it's 60 pounds. That's a lot to carry on your back. Now, granted, the good thing, if I could say anything about it, it is heavy when you put it on your back, and you have to jog a little bit to get the wing up, unless there's good wind blowing. We didn't catch it on video, unfortunately, when I did the 360 video. Y'all caught when I did my actual takeoff. Before that, I did a couple of pre-kites where I just pulled my wing up. And the first one I did, the wind was blowing hard and I didn't realize it. So I ran at it like I was going to pull the wing up. So by me running and the wind was blowing, it caught that wing and yanked me backwards. I literally fell back on my butt.
Yanked him on his ass.
I fell backwards.
John Q, I think
it was
Kyle wanted him to get used to the weight because the bigger motors can be at least 10 to 15 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
Especially when the tank is full of gas. So
So that was, can you fly as a couple? You can do tandem flights, Forgetful Red, but
I am not flying with him till he learns to land. I do not feel like being crushed into the ground. I feel like fucking Wile E. Coyote. He gets up and there's just a fucking indentation shaped like Munchkin underneath him. I don't think so.
well, I'd have to have a big motor for tandem and a big wing that can carry that much weight. Other than that, yeah, you can fly tandem. Yeah, I mean, you really need about a year experience or how many hours do they qualify for that? Before you can go get tandem certified. I don't understand why, because there's no licenses, but you can go get tandem certified, and then you're allowed. Like, maybe it is for tandem. I think for tandem you do have to have a certification, which you just have to prove to them, hey, you can take off and land, and you know what you're doing.
You
And
know,
then
you can jump with the wing that he'll end up buying. He can go jump off, jump off the side of a mountain, a hill, and glide down. Yeah.
the wing would be the best thing to buy first, just because with the wing I could literally go out and kite in any field that with the wind blowing. Did I feel out of shape when I was training? DeMillan,
Yes and no.
that
It was
is
not like there were a bunch of young men that were in super shape out there training with him.
no.
They were all over 50.
Well, yeah, but Kevin's a skinny dude. I mean,
Yeah, but he was still sweating and breathing heavy, and
yeah. It's weird. I think because you have so much adrenaline flowing through you, I mean, you're literally so excited. Even the bruises that I had, which I don't know if I showed it on my other
that's
stream.
the ibuprofen comment.
My bruise is like almost completely gone now. It's just little spot right there. This was all purple right here.
It was
bad. And it's like
Well,
literally
he had them on
almost
both
gone.
arms. Then when we got home,
This
I
one's
noticed when he got
gone.
out of the shower,
Look at that.
he had bruises
This one's
underneath
gone.
his arms on the side of his ribs. He had his shin where he landed on his leg, like he was, posing and shit.
Motorcycle
Big
training.
ass bruise on his shin.
King Cobra, as far as the motorcycle training goes, good luck with that. I'm glad you're getting training for it. I've definitely had my share of riding motorbikes, and it is very fun. Paramotor is like the 3D version of motorcycle riding, honestly, because you're doing the same thing a motorcycle would do, except up in the air. I can go up and down, left and right. You can go left, right. That's about it. But yeah, I can go all kinds of ways, which is awesome. But yeah, and no fences or anything stop me. Power lines, I just go over them. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, motorcycles. The reason I had a motorbike and I got rid of it because honestly, it's not me that scares me on the motorbike. It's everybody else on the road.
I would not drive a
And-
motorcycle in Georgia. Them fucking people can't drive.
That's the problem. I lived in Georgia. I had a motorbike, and there's so much traffic there.
They
And
can't even sit in traffic without crashing into each other.
you see people running into motorbikes all the time. I knew two guys. They brought their motorbike to me to have it tuned. I had a computer and a program to tune their motorbike to make it go faster. I tuned their motorbike. They pulled out and went a quarter mile down the road and slammed into the side of a car that pulled out. The car pulled out in front of them, and they both ran into the side of it and flipped their motorbike up. Motorbike caught on fire.
Couple hours, Howard.
They didn't get hurt really bad, but the motorbike was totaled. The motorbike it literally was melting while we're waiting on the fire truck. So yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, Americans don't say motorbike. It's a motorcycle.
How long does a tank of gas last? Okay,
Thank you,
Howard.
John Q.
The legal limit for as much gas that you can take up on one of those in the gas tank, which you can carry some on your lap if you're sneaky, but in the gas tank it's 5 gallons. So you can't hold any more than 5 gallons. Usually you get about almost an hour of flight per gallon, but that varies a lot depending on how hard you stay on the throttle. If you're getting lift from thermals, which you shouldn't be flying in thermals anyway, then obviously you don't have to use gas because you're already getting lifted by a thermal. But like I said, shouldn't be flying in thermals, especially as a beginner. But yeah, you can stay up a long time. Probably long enough to where you like, I wouldn't have came down, but when I took off, I only had about maybe a gallon of gas, and I stayed up at least, it was 45 minutes to an hour before
I told Kyle you weren't going to want to come
yeah,
down.
and he's like, come fly by and let me see your gas level, right? So I flew by him, and then I said, so how much gas do I got? And he goes, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't look. I was like, really? I had to fly
Look, y'all want to
back
see my
again.
my Mother's Day present? Aren't they pretty? Look, they're blurry.
They don't really
Stop
show
being
up.
blurry.
Yeah, they're like a blue crystal inside there.
Yeah, they're pretty.
What? When was it our birthday? No, it was Mother's Day, not birthday. Our birthday's in August. It changes. Mine's in the middle of the month. Hers is at the end of the month. You got plenty of time. We're good. So, I mean, the flight. The only thing that the
they're
belly
earrings.
ring. belly
Good
ring.
Lord, no. That looked like a trailer hitch. What are you talking about?
The flight down there was a lot more pleasant than the flight back. The flight down there, we only had one
It
stop.
was very pleasant for me because your drunk ass was sitting next to somebody else.
Oh my God, the flight down there. Yeah, I was sitting next to a younger lady that had a newborn that was what, 2 weeks old?
That was on the second flight down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Two.
No, they're earrings.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks old, and he was sitting there. He was quiet most of the time until about 20 minutes before we landed, and then he just started whining like crazy, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. But other than that, the flight wasn't that bad. I mean, I haven't been on a plane in forever, so the landing went good, the takeoff was good. I couldn't complain about the flight. He didn't.
I felt better on the way back when we hit turbulence after hanging out with Kyle for a week and talking about fucking wind.
Yeah.
If you ever told me I'd spend a week sitting in the middle of nowhere, Louisiana, watching wind, I would have told you you're out of your mind.
That's
But
good,
yeah.
King Cobra. Yeah. Like I said, after you do your training with the bike, I'm sure that you yourself will be proficient in it. It's the other damn people that you got to worry about. Always, this is what I will say, and I tell this to anybody I know with a motorbike, always respect that motorcycle. You can go down at any minute. I've seen people die on motorbikes for stuff you wouldn't believe. This guy was, I know a guy that was 19 years old on a motorbike, went over some railroad tracks, went around a corner, and there was a deer. He swerved to miss the deer and hit a brick mailbox, killed him. So he was trying not to hit the deer. The brick mailbox killed him. So just be careful, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I personally couldn't own a crotch rocket because a crotch rocket's gonna tempt you to hit the gas. If I had a cruiser bike, no problem. You just cruise, enjoy the scenery, man. It's not about going fast. It really isn't. If it was about going fast, I wouldn't even want to do paragliding because I'd be wanting to fly really fast in the air. That's stupid. It's more about the scenery that you get to see while you're up there. Freaking amazing. It's like seeing the world from an airplane, but you're in a paraglider that you control where you go. Pretty cool. I went to Colorado. Oh, you went to Colorado? I'm glad you had a good time in Colorado, Creed. Yeah, they just had, matter of fact, Bad Apples is going on right now, which is a fly-in event, which is in Georgia of all places. And I can't go to it because it's in Georgia. But yeah, Bad Apples is a paramotor fly-in down in Hodgesfield, I think, in Georgia. But there'll be other fly-ins later on. All I'm interested in now, I did buy a flight harness, so a kiting harness, I should say. So if I get a wing, I can kite it. I can literally go up to the park up here and start kiting my wing, maybe film some of that for you guys. If there's any wind. If there's no wind, all you do is literally bust you. It's good exercise, but it's fun exercise. That's the thing. Nobody likes to exercise because it's no fun. It's like you're working and there's no benefit to it. While you're kiting, you're having fun the whole time you're controlling the wing. You don't realize you're working out, but you are. You're busting your tail. So, I mean, if there's a lot of wind, no, because you don't have to move your brakes much. You're just watching the wing. It's pretty cool to get the wing in a good air current and just let it sit there and hover above you and control it, which is cool. There you go, King Cobra. Well, you'll be fine then, bud. You'll be fine. I've seen some people that didn't train paramotors and they've had some really bad wrecks. That one video we watched, the dude actually blacked out, which I didn't realize that's what happened, but he blacked out that was on a trike. You may have seen the video on YouTube. If y'all even search up paramotors or trike accidents or something, the guy blacked out and he took off on that trike and was doing all kinds of loop-de-loops and stuff by accident and ended up flying backwards, and his wing got caught on a tree and he still broke his back and his neck and stuff, but he lived. It's just he blacked out. So yeah. What is the best meal we had there? Good question, DeMillan. I would say for me, it was that thang burger because I had it twice. That thing was a double cheeseburger with jalapenos and bacon and barbecue sauce and onion rings on it. It was amazing, along with deep fried corn on the cob.
The deep fried corn on the cob was good.
It was really
no
good.
wingsuit. He's not a fucking flying squirrel. We're not.
No,
doing
no.
That.
I don't want to do a wingsuit. That
And
looks
gator
really
is
scary.
not that good. It tastes like chicken, but it's got the consistency of undercooked bacon. It's I wasn't happy with
That's messed up.
it.
Hey, burgers in Louisiana.
Slappy, to be fair, we were not in Cajun country. We were like, I don't know, 20 minutes away from the Arkansas border.
We could jump over the Arkansas state line. And
yeah,
we did have crawfish while we were in Louisiana, Slappy. So Kyle bought 10 pounds of crawfish.
Grits and greens.
I was like, dude. And he was like,
he did have some gumbo that made his eyes roll back in his head after he ate that thang burger.
Yeah, that gumbo.
You know what? There was
really
one
good.
restaurant where they had the boudin balls, but they were out. So I didn't get any. I wanted to try some.
Yeah, that restaurant was called Peach's Porch that we went to. And they have a Facebook page, but
in their restaurants, I'm just going to tell you, right? I looked up the restaurants before we got there and found a couple names. Now, Peach's Porch, the food was good. But if you walked in there and somebody hadn't told you you should go try this place, you would have walked in there and been like, I'm going to need to see your health department. And it was rough. Some of the other restaurants that I saw online when we actually drove past them looked like, those sheds you can buy at Lowe's that look like little houses? They were about that size. They're literally the smallest. You would not have recognized it as a restaurant. And there's like a board hanging out front with the name on that. It was, I'm telling you, we were in the sticks.
Oh, that place was closed down, Dom Long, or I would have ate it. Hose, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Remember that hose place?
I do remember. Yeah. Homemade. It was homemade.
Yeah, homemade. Yeah.
Almost everything was closed down. He said that town used to have a paper mill and another chemical plant that they closed down, and the town basically died. But you can't. What do you got? Oh, there you go. you couldn't really tell what was open and what the whole thing looked abandoned. And then you drive down there on Tuesday morning and like, oh shit, people do actually fucking live here. It's small.
There
It's
was a lot of houses that were abandoned.
just straight up empty.
Yeah, there was nobody
collapsing.
living at the houses, and the grass had grown to like 3 feet tall, and it's like, where are the people, man? What
There was one
happened?
house we kept driving by with 2 cars in the driveway, you know, curtains in the windows, but you could tell nobody had been there for a very, very, very long time. Those cars had not been driven for a very, very, very long time. All I can think of is there's bodies in that house. I don't know,
No.
Wally. Maybe possums and some snakes. I don't know about squatters.
King
but-
Cobra, no. Paramotor that was my dream. That's the one I'm following. I'm
thought
not
it came from
interested in a
beaver
wingsuit
glands like
at all.
raspberry.
Trust me. If I was going to
Yeah,
do a
no.
wingsuit, I would have been like, oh, I want to go jump out of a perfectly good plane. Yeah, I would have done that. But
You're not going to do a wingsuit. I will put my foot down. No,
No,
you
I-
are not
I
a
already
squirrel.
said I
you are
don't
not
wa-
jumping out. No,
I already said no, I don't want to do that.
I don't care if you did.
Well,
No.
anyways. What's wrong with ibuprofen?
There's nothing wrong with that. I made a comment that this one hadn't stopped smiling since his feet it touched the ground on Friday night, and then I said that is until the ibuprofen wears off because he was all hyped up on adrenaline, and technically it was naproxen, not ibuprofen. But and when we got back to the hotel, he fell asleep immediately while I proceeded to kill the rest of our bottle of the Maker's Mark because I'm not leaving it behind. So I knew that once the leave wore off, he was going to realize how much pain he was in.
I was sore after hitting the ground a couple times. It's not like I hit the ground really hard, guys.
Well, it wasn't what hitting
mean-
the ground that made you sore. It was when he put you up on that swing set and was teaching you
That's
how to
what gave me the
control the
bruises
motor.
on my
It was
arm.
the harness that you were sitting in had those metal bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Red, I meant to do that for you tonight. I forgot. I will do that. I will
I'm
do that
surprised
next
I
week,
caught his
Red.
landings on the camera because every time he landed, I would automatically turn my head to follow him and forget to move the phone. So y'all are lucky you even saw that because I kept missing it.
Don't let me
'Cause
forget.
I'm like, oh shit, did he break his legs? And yeah.
She's gonna let me forget.
Don't let you forget to build the SX Mini.
I don't know
Squonker
where it
already.
is, Dolores. That's the problem. I do have an hour, but I'd have to find the thing. I think I put it on this shelf. and if
Here,
it's-
I got one right here. You wanna build it?
You mean this?
Yeah, that.
The RBA Squonker. Let's do it. I still got juice in there. This honestly isn't that hard to build because they make this pretty easy to get to. You are talking about this, right, Red? Look at that. It's still full. This has been sitting for quite a while, guys. It's still sitting at full battery power. I got to give them credit there. That's pretty
Mine's
freaking
at
awesome.
half battery power.
Pretty freaking awesome. Okay, cool. So you should have these 2 Phillips head screws on there. That's how you take this coil out of here. Boom, boom. Done. Now, depending on what kind of coil you're going to put in here, that's going to make a big difference. I don't know how good this juice is going to be. Let me see if it tastes decent. It's okay, but I'm going to put something else in there.
I can't tell what this is, but it's full of juice.
I'm gonna wash out the little tank real quick and this cap, and then we'll put a build in here. Because this juice has been in there quite a while.
chucked yourself out of a perfectly good airplane. Yeah, see, I'm not down for that. Now I'll have to admit, flying the wing looks like it would be cool because it's just like flying a giant kite. Fun and really good exercise, I think.
Y'all want to hear a story real quick? Okay, so we had generic crappy cat litter that we had in a box. Well, I just went and helped one of my friends by picking up a kitten for him and taking it to him, and I brought this box of litter with me to help him out. Well, I get there and he opens it and he's like, "Why is it in a bag?" I was like, "I don't know, why is it in a bag?" And I was like, "Maybe my kids were messing with it." Well, lo and behold, I brought him a bag of cat shit. So, yeah. Oh yeah, kitten and cat shit.
Well, I'm sure that's exactly what Mitch wanted. Was a bag of cat shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
they didn't hear me. I'm sorry. I accidentally, is this Mike? I got my friend a kitten and I brought our old generic litter with us. And when we got there, he opened the litter and it was a bag. And I was like, "Why is the litter in the bag?" And it was cat shit.
That's just so they can, get used to the scent.
So did you go buy Mitch cat litter?
He said I didn't have to.
Okay.
Like, really? Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Okay. Oh, I thought I lost the tank already. I'm like, where in the heck did the tank go? Now, this doesn't have a huge gap in here. I wouldn't recommend going over 2.5 millimeter for the inside diameter. Probably a 2 millimeter. I don't know what size I had in here.
Ew, Slappy, that's gross.
Let's see if I can figure it out real quick. I do still have the coil, so I can kind of give it a test. Here's a 3 millimeter. Let's see if that fits in here. No, it does not. So it's not a 3 millimeter. Let's try 2.5. It may be a 2 millimeter for all I know. Oh, 2.5 fits. So that's
right,
what
King
we'll
Cobra?
use.
Hey, Nate.
Nate, what's up? So we're going to go with a 2.5 millimeter for the inside diameter on this coil.
She's definitely my daughter, Mick. Definitely my daughter. Bring somebody.
So that bag
used
that
cat
was
litter.
laying on the front porch, she literally took him that bag because, yeah, that was the cat litter she dumped.
No, I'm wondering if maybe, the big container of that crappy tidy cat, the plastic jug,
Yeah.
that maybe she had chucked a bag in there with the intent on throwing the whole thing away, and picked it up and felt weight in it and was like, "Oh yeah, there's some cat litter left in here," and just took him a bag of cat shit.
Here, have some cat shit.
Yeah, it needs to get used to it eventually, right?
All right, so let's go with some 25 gauge, which is an off gauge. Wow, this is it's still lightning vapes. No longer lightning vapes, now wire optum, but okay.
Well, cats don't really lick you too often. They're not like dogs. You don't get kitty cat kisses very often.
Everybody's getting banned on YouTube right now. I should say not banned, but copyright strikes.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty bad. You don't want copyright strikes and stuff.
Well, they're not getting copyright strikes. They're getting
not.
struck for supposedly selling contraband items.
Well, I don't know how I'd be selling anything. I don't give any links or anything like that. So, I'm not selling anything. I'm just building on it.
According to Vic, he didn't sell anything either, but
Yeah. So I think we're going to do about 8 reps on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
because people are petty assholes, John.
There's the 8 reps. Now, what I recommend doing on something like this because this is a squonker and it's got to get juice through to wick up really good. Best thing to do on this is to space your coil, because if you don't space your coil, you're probably going to get some dry hits. Now this protects against that, but to just help things along, it would be a lot easier if you go ahead and space your coil. So if you have a coil master, you leave the coil on here and you grab this last coil here, if I can grab it with my fingernail, and you're just going to pull while you're holding the other side. I know this isn't focusing very well. Focus down your son. There we go, kind of. You're just going to pull like that, let go. Then you're going to push this whole thing right back up against there and let go. And then you get a perfectly spaced coil, just like that. Boom.
Promoter? I don't know if
very
he's
simple.
a promoter. I mean, technically, anybody that reviews anything could be considered a promoter.
Now, this has an offset for the leads. So you have to have an open arm configuration, which is one lead going one way and one going the other way. So I need to take this and spin one of these leads around the other direction, just like that. There we go. And now we have a coil that's got one lead going out, one lead going the other way, which that last one kind of went up tight against there, but that's okay. I can spread it out too if need be. Really not worried about the last coil on there though, because there we go. Now we got all this dialed in. Boom, just like that. I don't need that much of a lead, so let's cut some of this off. There we go. Now, this is personal preference, really. You can have the coil facing down, which honestly is easier, or you can do it up, and then you would have to push the coil down. But since I wrapped mine clockwise, I turned the coil facing downwards. That way these leads are already in the right positions. So I can either go behind this one and in front of that one, or vice versa, just to where you can get these locked under the screw. I like doing it to where the screw is going to force it into it. So since you're turning clockwise, you're going to put this lead on the inside. So as you turn this to the right, it's going to pull this lead into it even more. And this side's the same way. I put it on the inside and it's going to pull that into there even more. So I'm going to take this lead here and screw it down. I haven't done this in so long.
Chucker wants to know if that's Canthal.
This is stainless steel. Stainless steel. I can show the stainless steel, 316. So there we go. Now let's get this coil straightened up a little bit. I'm trying to do this on camera where y'all can see, but so you want this close to the airflow, but not like smothering it. So kind of like that, just a little bit over the airflow. And then I'm going to take and cut off the spare as close as I can to these screws, because you don't want it touching the cap, even though in this case this is a Delrin cap. It's not going to matter. It's not Ultim cap, I should say. Did I make that come loose? I don't think I did, but I'm going to tighten it down some more just to be sure. That one's definitely tight. This one is now tight. Let me check this again. Want this nice and straight from one side to the other. And my camera just froze, so we'll give that a second. There we go. It's letting me preheat this for some reason. There we go. Ooh, look at the pretty colors. Really? Come on.
No, Slappy. They just
Look
went
at the
to
pretty colors.
Disney World the other day.
Stainless steel, man. Look at that blue. I like it. I like it. I forgot how to make this thing auto calibrate, but we're gonna figure it out here in a second. It's been that long since I've used it, but I did enjoy it when I was using it. I just got so much other stuff. I was like, let me move on to something else. Let me,
I would imagine she's probably still kicking ass at World of Warcraft there, John Q.
There we go.
Know.
Get a piece of cotton. I'm going to strip the edges off. This is Muji cotton, by the way. What I normally use. I may have this too thick. You know, when you're going down to 2.5 millimeter from 3, you got to use a little less cotton, but I think I'm okay. All right. So, in order to keep this as minimal as possible and be able to squonk good, you're going to want to cut this as close as you can. I'm going to go right up against the sidewall and cut this, which makes this very short, but it's also going to make it to where that is just enough to go down inside that little catch cup right there. You don't
Not
want
lately, Cloud Chucker.
you don't want so much juice that you're going to have not juice, so much wick that it's going to overstuff that hole down there. And you want these to be thinned out so that it can pick up juice good. Yo. Y'all give me just a second.
So what's everybody vaping on? He should get his vehicle on Monday. So that's cool. He's gonna have to take a trip to the DMV,
All right.
get his license switched over and get it registered, and then we're gonna have to figure out
Let's
how
try.
to dispose of the van in my driveway.
Yeah, that's going to be a pain in the butt. Let's try to put some cannoli B1 in here. I do have some Nick salt. You don't have to use Nick salt, but that's what I'm going to try in here. Let's see if we can get some juice loaded up in this little pod.
Just made some more of my pear Danish because I missed that while we were gone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet you did. I'm off camera. I'm trying to do it on camera, but
Yeah, so we were in the middle of absolutely nowhere, right? The one thing we did find as we were coming in, I was like, was that a vape shop that we just passed?
oh
So
my God.
while we were trying to kill time, right, we went into the vape shop, which almost all the vape shops are now vape and glass shops, but all their juice, they said no matter what size bottle or what nicotine level, it was $22. It's across the board, $22.
Yeah, 100 mil, it didn't matter. $22.
Yeah, so they had the flavor he's been hunting all over the damn place for. They had that. And I got some blueberry jam, which was pretty good. He is getting is it 2012 Honda Pilot?
I think you said it was no, it can't be a 2010 because that's the first year they made it. It may be a 2010 Honda Pilot. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think he remembers, to be honest with you.
I'll know.
But he
Monday.
said he's been driving it the last couple days because he's been trying to unload some stuff from the other office and take it to the dumpster. And he goes, I don't know what I'm going to do when I don't have a truck. I said, well, you just make Steve do it. And he laughed. I said, no,
he
seriously.
can. I mean, hey,
he works for you. You can make him do it.
Yeah, he can tell me, and I will take that son of a gun.
Mhm.
I don't mind dumping some stuff for him. He always called buddies with trucks. All I'm doing now, Red, is tucking in the edges of this cotton over into the juice well, just a little bit, just like that. And then you're good.
It's
Should
in
be
very good
end up
shape,
with something
Dolores.
like this. Oh man, I showed y'all pictures. Did y'all not see pictures?
I went to look inside it, and he's like, "Are you sure it's dirty?" And I looked inside it, and there was like a receipt in the passenger side. And I'm like, you and I have a very different definition of dirty. Like, you know, the armrest on the doors, one of them's torn a little bit just from it being worn, but yeah, it looks sitting in the parking lot, it looks like a brand new car. It doesn't look like a
I deleted
beater.
all those pictures. Well, I got them on my computer. Also, I got a picture of the Tacoma, like just the back of it. That's weird. That's the truck we were driving, though.
That's probably the pictures we took in the airport parking lot before we left with it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, why is there only one?
I don't know. I took more. Maybe
I
you
took
gave up.
pictures. It had one little mark right there on the door. That's why I took a picture. I was like, if
Which
they're gonna blame me,
cleaned off standing there in the
yeah,
field.
shouldn't
It
this?
was like tree sap or something.
Okay, I'm holding the pump button now to pump some juice up. We're gonna see what happens here.
I smell bacon.
Yeah, she's cooking. Oh, she's it's not bacon though. It's pork.
Same animal.
Oh, I can smell the juice, so it is starting to pump up there. I mean, instead of me pumping it forever.
So she had you sous vide pork chops just for her?
Yeah.
No, there's no batteries in that one, Dolores.
Oh, one of them's for Patrick. I wouldn't have gave him shit. I mean, nothing. I mean, yeah.
Well, I looked up the truck we drove as a rental car. And they have a used one locally with about the same amount of miles as the one we rented, $43,000. Actually, $43,500 is what they wanted. I didn't kiss my ass. That's ridiculous. $43,000 for a vehicle.
Okay, there's the pump speed.
It was a nice truck though. It handled awesome.
It should be good right there at 25 joules. That's where I had it at anyway. See if this works. Woo! You can definitely tell that's 50 milligram. That is strong. You keep your pump at 36? Damn. Creed, this is the thing. If I had my pump at 36, it would taste like a dry hit to me. I always keep it up high just because I like to keep it really saturated. If you turn it down, it almost feels
He
like a
likes
dry
to keep
hit.
his wick wet.
I do like, you got to keep it wet. Vape's great. That works out really good. I wish I could tell you what ohms it is, but it's on this, so yeah. I don't think you can. This don't have. No, it don't have a normal thread. That's right. I remember now. The juice pours out at 36. Holy crap! I'll turn mine down to 40 and see if it'll go okay. I mean, it really depends. What's up, Peach? We were just talking about you. I mean,
Peach.
your relative's restaurant, Peach's Porch. How are you enjoying your? Well, you already had your vacation, your new house, your new everything.
Mhm.
You were not on my porch, damn it. We were
We took a
there while
picture
you
of
were
it. We're
on
gonna
cruise.
send it to you. Mhm.
Yeah, we were there while you were on the cruise, man. You missed us. Sucks for you.
See, that's what I like about the truck that we rented. I had a Ford F-150 with an extended cab with a camper shell, and that thing was like driving a tank. Even if you were just running to the store, it felt like it just took longer.
This is
truck
set up for
handled
stainless steel, by the way.
like a car. It was nice.
Life is super sweet down here at the beach. Hey, you know, if Peach is on the beach, we can come down there and go fly. You know, I'm just saying.
What beach are you next to in Mississippi?
There can't be but like 2. Only the tip of Mississippi touches the water. Well, Graham, if it was normal juice, yeah, 50 milligram would be crazy. But this is Nick salt, so 50 milligram is not that
Googling
bad.
you.
Long Beach.
Oh damn! All right, yeah, you
Yeah.
are there, right there.
I've heard of Long Beach. Yeah.
You are right there. You are right there in Hurricane Central, though, Peach. Holy shit!
DeMillan, disposable vapes to me, I
Are
think
hit
could
and
be
miss?
well. They're hit and miss, but they could be useful to get somebody to stop smoking. But then they're going to go, well, I've already went through this. Now I need another one. I have to buy another one. I think that the true calling, I mean, if you want to get started by using the disposable, fine. It's cheap. It's a way to get started, but immediately I would go to something else that has a battery
It's
I
a
can
waste
replace.
of money. That
Yeah.
being said, the disposable vape you brought with you to take on the trip,
Yeah, I
you
still
still
have it.
have it. That actually tastes good. I
Yeah.
bought one that from the get-go, it tasted like burnt wick. I got no flavor
me show you
from
guys
it. It
this
was the
thing.
nastiest thing. I hit it a couple times and just dropped it in the fucking trash can.
This is RNM 10,000 Puffs Paradise, and I got the blue raz bubblegum. Now, this doesn't say anything about ice, but I guarantee there's ice in
It is.
here. Whether
It's
it be,
actually really good though.
it does have USB-C charging on the bottom. This has an airflow, but to me, the airflow doesn't seem to. It barely changes it, if at all. I'd feel better off about ripping this whole airflow ring off, to be honest with you. This lights up all kinds of different. This is full of juice when you first get it. This was like $25 at a vape shop. It'd probably be cheaper online. But yeah,
I couldn't find them online. I looked.
when you get it, it has a silicone stopper in the top, one on the bottom, and another rubber ring in the center. They seal this thing really good. So when you get it, you got to pop the seal off the bottom, pop the seal off the top, and then just begin vaping. And I'll show y'all that it lights up. It flashes white while you're vaping it, and then after you get done, it changes colors. Like it goes through a bunch of colors. Here, let's go to this. But it vapes good.
Yeah, I mean, if you're buying one just as like backup to throw in your glove box or, in your purse or whatever, if you're going on a trip or hell, even if you're just taking one for backup for work, I don't see any reason. I can't imagine spending that amount of money
This is
over and over again.
definitely got some kind of menthol or ice to it. Even though it doesn't say it on the flavor, this has definitely got some kind of I was expecting just a blue raz bubble gum, but no, there's some kind of ice menthol going on in it. But it was good. It was something that I could just take out and vape. I didn't have to worry about the battery.
But that being said, it's $25, and how big of a bottle worth of juice do you think you get out of it? If you were to compare that to how much you would go through on your regular mod with a bottle of juice, what do you think the comparison would be?
I think this holds 25 mils. I could be wrong. I forgot what the mil count on this. I had the box, but we probably threw it away. But this would be comparable to buying that size bottle of juice. You're basically getting the mod for free.
Not necessarily, though, because if you vaped your mod and filled that up with, say, a 5 mil tank, the amount of time you've been vaping that, you would fill your tank up more than 5 times.
So I can technically use this juice on broccoli because it's cooked meat, right?
Yeah. It's fully cooked. You're good. Yeah, the juice is actually really good that comes out of there. I picked up one of these. Let's see what DeMillan got. Some of the disposables are really good, DeMillan, so I can't say anything about it. Echo bar. See, I got the Lux
Oh, damn it.
bar, $13. Red apple.
I accidentally hit no. I'm not 21 years old.
I hope it's a good flavor, DeMillan. I mean, some of those things are really good. Some of them vape like crap. It's kind of hit or miss on the disposables. So when I find one that I like that Lux bar that I got was absolutely fantastic. The Monster Ice one was really good, but it's not rechargeable, and it's like a 3,000 puffer. And once it dies, it's dead. You'll still have juice in there. And you saw it was like a cotton just filled with juice. This one, you can actually see your juice level, which I appreciate. I'm going to have to try other flavors of this. It does say Cloud Beast on the side, too. I don't know what that's about. But
Well, I bought the disposable simply because at the airport, I wanted to be able to. Well, hello, Bree.
Bree, what the hell?
I wanted
Bree
to be
from
able
out
to
of
just pull it out of my purse and vape without having to put the whole shebang back together, because we had to take the take off and put that in the bag with all the juice in a bag. And turns out there is no smoking section in the airport. You actually have to leave the airport, which isn't that bad, except for the fact that you have to go back through the TSA each time, which our local airport in Shreveport would not have been a bad thing because there was like 10 people in the airport total. But in like Charlotte or Dallas, hell no, I'm not leaving to go all the way back through TSA again.
Bree, do I look older now? I mean, since I haven't seen Bree in 5 years, 6 years, hell,
Older.
it's been a long time. Well, I'm just wondering how much older I look.
You look the same. Damn, Bree.
That's fucked up. I mean, you're old. That's messed up. I mean, you're old. I do look the same. Well, thanks, Bree. I mean, you're old. Like, what the fuck? Damn. That's so messed up. You ask, you get. Well, there you go.
I went on the way back. I took my last vape walking into the airport and did not vape again until we got home at 9:30 that night.
You're
So,
very
12
welcome,
hours.
Red.
I was fine though. He was a little bitchy
I
and
didn't
went and
like
vaped
it.
in the bathroom in the airport.
Because this is the thing, right? We fly, right? And then we have to sit in this waiting area for an hour or two to wait on our next flight, which got freaking delayed multiple times.
Only by like 20 minutes.
We don't have a crew. Well, get another damn crew. So I'm like sitting there, and the only way that I could vape was to leave out of the airport because there's no smoking / vaping area. Go outside, which means I would have to come back through TSA security just to get in the airport, and it honestly is
You're
not
every
worth that
Friday,
hassle.
Bree,
So yeah,
for the
every
last 2
Friday.
weeks.
Well, yeah, we missed the last 2 weeks because I was
And
down.
you're close. Technically, we
Fine.
could just drive an hour or two and meet you for lunch. I'm just saying.
We could.
We could. She ain't that far away. She just one state over.
Yeah, we in Virginia and stuff now. We're close by. We close by. We like neighbors.
Yeah, she's an hour from Richmond. We're an hour from Richmond.
So
I
are
was
we
gonna say
2
we could
hours
meet in
from her?
Richmond, but who wants to meet in Richmond?
Did you see the
Hello,
hand
Vivian.
sticking in the camera? Say the day, I'll come. All right. We'll figure something out, Bree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll have another car here soon, and then I gotta get rid of this damn van somehow. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Ooh, we could go to that donut place near the airport. That they like to harass me on Facebook.
What,
Yeah.
the one you made Jeff go to? That donut
Yes.
place? Oh.
Yeah, I told my boss there's a donut place near the airport in Richmond. Bring me back donuts, and he actually fucking found it and brought me back donuts.
Are you talking about Dunkin' Donuts?
Donate the van?
Yeah, you can donate it and take a tax write off.
I might.
I
Well,
think you should put a sign on the van so the people come back that were asking you about it.
yeah. There was 2 guys that came by asking about the van. I don't know if they were the same guys or what, but either they want to buy
You
it or
just
they
put
want
a
me to just
sign
give
up
it
for
to them.
sale, $1,000. It runs. You just can only be really short.
Yeah. Well, no, I got the seat
Well, just
out
put
far
for
now.
sale and then see what they offer.
They have a car, Dolores, and they share it between the 2 of them. But yeah, put it a sign in the yard that says free. Yeah, it'll be gone real fast then.
It needs a new windshield. The light on it for some reason keeps filling with water and won't turn on, so that needs to be fixed.
The light.
And the entire seat needs to be replaced.
Yeah, the
So
driver's
we
seat.
You either have to go to a junkyard and
Yeah,
find
The
one.
motor on the driver's seat is
Yeah.
messed
Need a
up.
whole new seat? Can you just buy a motor?
I tried to take just the seat apart from the bottom frame. It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
You can just get just the motor. I don't know. That's the stupidest design. Why can't you buy just the little motor piece? No, it's a sealed motor that's made out of pot metal, and
What?
the gear inside it is plastic that breaks.
What about it?
And
No,
then
you're
if
not
that
watching
breaks,
TV. I'm
it
doing something.
destroys the whole unit. So you got to replace the whole damn thing. It's stupid. It's a bad design is what it is.
Go watch TV in your mom's room.
No, the baby's asleep.
Oh, go watch TV downstairs. Your mom's
Get
playing
a
on TikTok
sledgehammer
down there.
and charge for swings. That would be awesome if I could get enough swings. You know, people would only want to break the glass, though. They wouldn't want to be like, "Oh, yeah, I want to hit the door or whatever."
Did you tell her not to go in my room?
She can hear.
Well, she's got headphones on.
What? I
Yeah,
can't hear her.
which-
She's too far away.
She said, "Tell the kids not to go in the room. The baby's asleep in there."
I don't think Lily was anyway. She just wandered away.
Junior's asleep. Don't go anything.
Yeah, I mean, darn thing. I mean, that may end up what happens because we don't have our driveway
don't
can hold 2
itemize,
cars,
so
and then we can
if
put
we-
one other car out on the street. That's about it. We have room for 3 total. So we got Munchkin's car, and then Katie's car, and then mine. I can't have 2. That would be 1 too many. So
You could move the van
Gotta figure
around the
something out.
mailbox until it gets sold.
yeah, I wouldn't mind it. I'm more worried about the truck getting scratched up or messed up. But yeah,
Well, that's why I think you shouldn't park that in the driveway.
Yeah, let Mom and Patrick park in the driveway, and then you can park out on the side. The only thing-
Yeah, but if your mom and Patrick park in the driveway, then y'all gonna be playing. Yeah, the van starts. The van runs. The van has AC, heat. All the windows work. It's just the power seat and the driver's side don't work. It's jacked up. The radio works. It's actually
Hey, Eddie.
it's barely got over 100,000 miles on it. It's actually, even though it's an older van, my mom didn't drive it that much, and the only reason it's got that many miles is because I drove it for work the last year or 2 I was there.
Hey,
So it
tell
put a
them
lot
we're
of miles
working
on it.
it.
Drove Katie out. Boom, open parking spot.
We're working on it.
We got to get another place.
That's
Yeah,
the
but
plan, John Q. That's
that's-
the plan.
I still don't want to keep the van. It's like, oh, what am I going to keep the van for?
No,
Just to
we're
throw-
not. We're not keeping the van.
Right.
You're not. We don't drive it. There's no need for it.
What's up, Addie? And thank you for the message about congratulations on my flight. I really did enjoy myself. I'm hoping Munchkin wasn't too bored while we were down there. I don't think she ever. It's not like she had to sit somewhere for hours and hours.
Just a couple.
Yes, I did. I sat somewhere for hours and hours.
When?
Just
Was it hours or hours and hours?
well, it depends. Sometimes it was hours. Sometimes I was hours and hours.
But you got to
No.
hang out with a cute little dog.
Yeah, I got to hang out with Gizzard. He was
Well-
pretty
About
cool.
the wind.
when we were
learn
at
about
his
wind.
house, that was different. I mean, that was kind of a mini school. When we did school at the airport, that was quick. That's like 30, 45 minutes tops. And we went out in the field and I practiced kiting, which literally we only did that for a couple of hours ever in a row before we went and got lunch or something. Then we probably didn't come back for the rest of the day. So wasn't that bad. I don't think.
No, then I went and sat in a hotel room for hours and hours. I watched more reruns of Golden Girls and Frasier in that 1 week than I've seen in like the past 3 freaking years. I forgot how much I liked Frasier.
Right next to the damn Cottonmouth. Yeah, John Q. Cottonmouth though didn't bite anybody, so it's all good.
He only tried to bite one person. And he didn't really try to bite him. It was a warning of, hey, don't
It was
fucking
a
step
warning
on me. I'm here.
strike. The snake struck at him, and you could see the white mouth of the snake as it opened its mouth to bite him. Yes,
That's why they call it a cottonmouth.
it.
You try to bite somebody too if they were going to step on your head.
Well, if he was stepping on the snake's head, then he would have gotten bitten.
I
He
mean, he
was-
wasn't too aggressive considering
he was
we were all
close, but not that
standing
close.
around him within a foot of him and he didn't strike at any of us or even.
That's because he couldn't figure
That
out
there.
which one of us to strike at. There was too many people standing around him. We got 3 or 4 people staring down at a snake, and the snake is like, "What the hell, man?"
Danger noodle is dangerous, yes. And I did find something out. I was looking it up because my coworker Valerie, who is leaving me coincidentally enough, I finally get somebody worth a damn that it just
John
does
Q.
everything asked of her and then some, right? She decides she wants to move back to New Jersey of all fucking places. So anyway, she had a copperhead in her garden. So I looked it up, and cottonmouths are more venomous than copperheads.
I can't believe
Neither one of them
Look
will
at that.
really put you in
John
the
Q.
hospital.
and Breeze would not watch Golden Girls.
I love Golden
That
Girls.
was a great show. How did y'all not like Golden Girls?
Dorothy is the shit. I love her. She's my idol.
Yeah, that blows my mind. Thank
Mhm.
you for being a friend.
But I do like Frasier too.
Yeah, I mean, I thought so too, Harry. I love Golden Girls. It was a great show. I mean, I wish it could still go on. Well, we don't even have Betty White anymore, but you know,
They're all gone now.
they're all gone.
Betty White was the last one. They're all gone.
Darn it.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, new ones they do, but the old ones, I like Frasier and Golden Girls.
yeah, I ended up buying some Golden Girls pajamas while we were down
He's
there.
got Golden Girls pajamas.
Well, they only had one pair left, and it was marked on clearance for like $6. And I'm like, this looks way too big of a size for me, but they're $6, so I'll buy them. So I bought them and I put them on, and they're literally like, I'm a tall dude, and even when I wear them, they're like
He said,
under my
"Look,
feet.
They drag on the ground. I said, yeah, welcome to my world.
They're way too long. It'll be funny
Yeah,
if Munchkin puts them
Frankenmiser.
on.
That theme song didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense to me after drinking a quarter a bottle of Maker's Mark either. It's starting to irritate me after hearing it over and over again. He does dumb long. Yeah.
Yes, I do. I have them.
Ozzy and Keith Richards is going to outlive us all. I'm surprised Ozzy is still alive. I mean, he should have died a long time ago, considering the shit they did. If y'all ever want to get a chuckle, read Ozzy's book, I Am Ozzy. You can't help but read the entire
I'm
thing.
excited.
In his voice.
I want to fly again, but I can't. That really hurts that we had to come back so soon.
I'm sorry.
Well, okay, let me put it in perspective for you guys. We came back on Saturday, right? The other guy that was flying with me, he was at 3 flights. I was at 2 flights. I was one less because that time that I
'Cause you
tried
broke
to,
the
that I broke the propeller, he flew and I
Yeah.
didn't. So that was my own fault. Completely understandable. He had one flight up on me. We came back, right? He stayed until Tuesday of this week.
Wednesday.
Well, okay, he was supposed to leave Tuesday. He stayed till
Mhm.
Wednesday. He was at 9 flights by then. And I'm like, damn. And what's funny though, out of
None,
9
Millen.
flights, he had 3 successful landings.
There's 4 of them, John Q.
So, how much cock? We didn't bring any to Millen. We had Maker's Mark because they didn't sell fighting cock.
No, we bought a bottle of Maker's Mark, and then we got the stuff to make painkillers,
Yeah.
which turned out really good. So when we got home, we bought more stuff to make painkillers. The only thing I'm missing is the honey and the toasted coconut.
John Q.
Right, Cobra? It's a preserved husk.
This little squonker tastes really good right now. I mean, granted it's 50 milligram, but it's working great. I may have to vape this tonight just because I haven't charged this thing in forever and the battery's still completely full on it.
John Q, I
Crazy.
think that you would like Blanche because she was a whore. You know,
Wow, Dolores already has a recipe for painkiller. Let's see what their recipe is. See if it's even close to what we got. It should be a dark rum and cream of
Yep.
coconut, Pussler's rum. Yeah, there you go. Pineapple juice, orange juice. Yeah, that's it. We didn't put a pineapple wedge garnish, but yeah, that's a painkiller. It's actually a
It's
really good drink.
It is
It's
really
a good drink. Ah, the Kennedy Vintage. You know, I have a Kennedy. I know Vic likes vaping his Kennedy. The one I have is a Superman version, which was a very limited run. And I don't know where it is. It's in a box somewhere. But I do have a Kennedy. I didn't, a lot of people swear by the Kennedy. I didn't think it was the best RDA I've ever vaped. I mean, the Goon, the .com was freaking amazing for what it was. And then the Goon was really good. The new one, I guess, would be the Asgard Mini.
It's not
It's really
frozen,
good.
DeMillan, and
So.
it's more pineapple than
Yeah, it tastes like a
Coconut.
pineapple coconutty alcoholic beverage is what it tastes
the
like.
nutmeg. It's not the same without the nutmeg, though.
I
gotta
could
have
do
the
without the
nutmeg in it.
nutmeg. I like it without the
I
nutmeg.
tried it without the nutmeg, and it just tastes like fucking orange juice. The nutmeg really, I don't know, brings out that coconut. And it's good. It's good. It's good. I like it.
Kenny Vindicator. Oh, that's that mod. That's the mod. Yeah. So what did I take to Virginia with me? If y'all noticed from the videos, y'all probably saw me vaping this, the Guar. I think I changed batteries in it once or twice the whole trip. Amazing mod for battery life and just
Well,
reliability.
you weren't really. I was vaping like a freight train because I didn't have
I
anything
was
else to
vaping
do.
every time I got a chance. I had it in my pocket most of the time when I was kiting.
Yeah,
the only
but
time.
you weren't out there really doing a
Yes,
whole
we're in
lot.
Virginia, Dolores. So, yeah, the Guar. I took it and the this tank right here, the Dead Rabbit R, which I changed the coil in it once, and I think I need to change it again though. I changed it when we got back, and it's already needing changing again. This juice.
No, you didn't say anything.
This is the juice that Munchkin was talking about. This frozen fruit monster mixed berry ice. That's the one I couldn't find up here, and they had it down there for $22, so I bought a bottle. The weird thing is the Heisenberg they had down there was a nice blue color like it's supposed to be. The one I got shipped to me, the one that we bought at the local vape shop was
Yeah,
green.
it's kind of green.
And it was like, what the hell's wrong with the color on it? They've had
I
it
think
a
it was just
long
old.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't say anything about the vaping. He was ragging his wife because she hadn't quit smoking yet.
Yeah.
But two of the people that were there when we got there, he was gnawing on lollipops the whole time, and he was a pipe smoker, and he quit smoking pipes by vaping. And he said when they got down to 0 milligram, he just quit. So now he eats candy. She still vapes occasionally, not a lot, but I saw her vape a couple times. She carried it around in her hand. Kevin, the guy that was flying, kept having Scuba come out to the field and blow his vape up so they could check the wind.
It works great. It's a great wind indicator. I was literally blowing clouds to see which way the clouds go so we know which way the wind was going. It was freaking awesome. It's like, hey, we don't need a windsock. We got a vape device. We blow the cloud up, and whichever way the cloud blows, that's which way the
Why
wind's
isn't
going.
this cord charging my headset?
I do not know. If it's hooked on correctly with the magnet thing, then it should work.
It's not hooked on with a magnet because that cord is gone. I don't know where the cord was that was originally up here. This is one that was in my purse.
I thought I had it, but that's not it.
Well, I don't know where it is. This is that heavily braided thick one, but it's not working to charge shit.
It should work.
It's not.
Oh, here's a magnetic
Otherwise,
one.
my headset wouldn't be
magnetic
going
one
beep,
right here.
beep, beep, beep in my ear.
But I was using the iPhone connector on the bottom of it. But I mean, we can use it again for your headphones if need be.
Yeah, because this one's not charging for some reason.
Those headphones technically shouldn't be dead. We used them one time the whole time we were down there, I think. That hotel had really crappy internet. Hell, all of Virginia had really crappy internet.
Louisiana.
Oh, yeah, Louisiana. I think that Kyle had the best. He had Starlink, so he's got, Elon Musk's Starlink out in his front yard. That was decent internet, but I wasn't going to cast from Kyle's house. That would have been kind of bad. So. Oh, man. It was a fun and delightful trip, though. I wouldn't take that experience back for anything. Am I still using a stack mech? I haven't used it lately, Cloud Chucker, but it's right here. I do really enjoy using this, though. If I ever use mech mods, this is what I go to every single time. I'm so used to regulated mods now, though, that I hardly use this. What were the gas prices? The gas prices was $3.89. I remember. That was the cheapest we found was $3.89, not $3.98.
$3.98 was the average.
Yeah, they had a $3.89 and then they had a $3.99. So, did you see that there will be new QP stuff? Don't tell me that dire thing. I'm trying not to spend.
It's not the highest they've ever been. Are you out of your mind?
I have to pay this money back that I used to go on this trip. Now, granted, I saved all the money for my training before we even went down there. So the only money I had to come out of pocket for was the plane trip, the rental car, and the hotel. Other than that, I had the money saved. So, and then me and Munchkin split the money as far as going out to eat and getting groceries and stuff. So that worked out okay.
National average, but I can guarantee you when I was a title examiner many, many years ago, I was paying more than I am now per gallon.
This is vaping pretty good. I'm enjoying the little auto squonker. I'm going to use this until I run out of juice in it for sure, because it's vaping really good. And it, even with the pump level turned down, it's still vaping fine. I don't have, there's no dry
740.
looking.
Holy shit, Dolores.
740. Yeah, that 740 a gallon is high. Hell, I can get AV gas for almost $7 a gallon. And that's like airline fuel.
Yeah, but you don't need 14 gallons of that.
No. I mean, the most you can put on one of them things is 5 gallons. So But you don't need AV gas anyway for most of those paramotor engines. I don't know what's new from QP, but getting
Does
close
it?
to
Does it? You
$6.
know what? If you'd stop beeping in my ear every 3 seconds, you might be able to conserve some of your battery life there, headset.
Well, we only got 5 minutes left. It'll make it.
Oh, I have here, Wally. I don't know about y'all, but I have here. I was paying close to $5 a gallon when I was a title examiner, driving to Virginia Beach every day, which is 45 miles there and 45 miles back. It is not that high here.
Bandit is trying to catch every moth he can in the sliding glass window right now.
Is that all the noise I keep hearing?
No, they're playing some kind of board game on the kitchen table.
I'd have to do math to figure that out, dire thing, but that sounds about right.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I don't know how this is gonna go Monday, but
No, it's
It'll work out.
probably I think 2009 or 2010.
I'll set $7 a gallon for a national health care system that works. Speaking of which, I need to go
Yeah,
to the
good luck
dentist.
for that.
I really need to go to the dentist.
Yes, you do.
This one tooth that broke is getting on my last nerve. Every time I bite something, if I eat a tortilla chip or something and it bites on that side, it's like a sharp knife just got jabbed into my jaw. I can't deal with it anymore. It's got to go. I really don't think that they can fix that tooth, so they can just
Nope, they'll
move
yank
it
it.
and I'll be fine.
Well, they'll try to talk you into fixing it, and then you just say, no, just pull it. Like when I asked the dentist, he said, well, how are you going to chew on that side? I said, well, I can't really chew on that side now either, can I? And he was like,
Let me
that's
get
a very good point.
my last drink here. Oh, it's okay, Bandit. I'm not coming to get you.
Now, he can't just get up and abandon me. My headset is literally going to die at any freaking second. Got 3 minutes left, and he just gets up and wanders the fuck away. I don't know. I've got insurance, and for some reason, I'm still paying $174 to go have my blood pressure taken so they can refill my prescription, which I call bullshit on that. But
Didn't eat the pork chop yet.
good night, Cloud Chucker.
Dang. Hey, Wi-Fi.
Can't fill 3 minutes. I ain't got nothing. I'm ready for bed. I'm tired.
She cooked the pork chops but didn't eat them. What a sacrilege. I mean,
Right.
she's waiting for Patrick to come home to eat them, which that's fine, but yeah, I would want to eat that thing hot and buttery. Oh. You can feel 3 minutes go. Holy crap, that drink is strong. What was I thinking?
I don't know.
Ooh, Lord, that's strong.
Yeah. Well, they said they needed to take blood, so they took blood and asked me how my blood pressure's been, and I'm like, fine. And they wrote me a prescription and sent me on my way, and then charged me $174.
8 pounds a gallon. Well, y'all go by liters, don't you, instead of gallons? But I'll go with that. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I could live somewhere where gas is that high. If the gas was that high here, I'd be like, no, I'm gonna have to get a little bitty.
Yeah, but their commutes
Two-cylinder
there
motor.
are way less than ours. I mean, you know, you drive 45 minutes over there, you're in a different fucking country.
Yeah. So I don't know. That seems excessive in price. I know cigarettes have went way up since I quit long time ago, but
Well, that has nothing to do with, well, it does. I was going to say nothing to do with greed. They claim they're raising the prices to convince people to quit, but we know that doesn't fucking work.
No.
But the gas prices, that's just fucking greed. They're just raising the gas prices because they can. That's all there is. That's all it is. What are we going to do? What are we going to do about it? Not a damn thing. Keep paying ridiculous prices because we have to drive. We don't have a fucking choice.
I want to fly again, and I can't. For now, what I'll do is I'm gonna buy the
You
little.
go jump off the top of the van and flap your
I'm gonna
wings.
get the little bitty stuff that I can afford, like a stand to be able to put my motor on. Home Depot sells it. They have one in stock. I think they have 8 in stock actually. I'm gonna pick one of those up from Home Depot. I need a helmet. Just little things like that. Before I get a wing.
Well, that was their latest excuse, John Q. Was, oh, there's stuff happening somewhere. Let's raise gas prices. And now, oh, summer's coming. Let's raise gas prices again.
Yeah, they do that every summer. It's the same thing. And if
Oh
there's
no,
a
summer's
holiday
over
coming,
and people aren't driving as much. Let's raise gas prices again. Yeah, they just,
yeah, there's
the sun came up today. Let's raise gas prices.
I just beat Mom in 2 rounds of a game.
cool. All right, guys, we're gonna bump off of here. I'm sure there will be more paramotor news in the future. I'm gonna try not to talk about it as much, but I know better than that. It's gonna happen. It just is. Kyle's all paid off. I paid for my harness and my training, so he's all caught up.
Exactly, Dolores.
There's people that still send Kyle money because they forgot to pay him for like a year or something. He's a really relaxed guy, though. He's not like, hey, pay me. He never once said, hey, you haven't paid for your training yet. He never said that to me at all. Really
Matter of fact,
relaxed
y'all
guy.
were like, psst, hey,
yeah, we had to go.
We need to
Hey,
pay you."
we need to pay you. Hello. So yeah, he's pretty cool. But y'all guys have a great week end, and we will catch you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
good night.
Good night, everybody.